Well, at the time, I had just finished Calc 3. I mean, I started out, I retook algebra, and then I did geometry, trig, worked just the whole series. That was mainly what I was doing in night school. Was working through all the math courses. And I had just finished, no, I take that back. I had finished 2, and I tried 3, and I failed miserably at it. I was having a tough time grasping all the concepts of 3. I was picking up most of it, but anyway, they basically offered, they were looking for scabs. And that's rough. I don't like the fact that I was a scab at one time. That bothers me still to this day, but anyway. But in order to weed out people, what they really was looking for was just out of college just out of college kids that don't have a lot of responsibilities, and don't have bills to pay and all, other than their school, because they figured, well, they're willing to work for a little bit, and then whenever the strike's over, walk away, and they don't care because they can go easily get a job somewhere else. So they did some testing, and the testing was very heavy on calculus. Because they figured, well, if you finished enough of college to get to calculus, you probably are the kind of material that could understand complex issues, CNC machines, and reading prints and stuff. And you were able to learn and retain. So that's what they based their testing on. Here's another one of my vices. Let's see if I get the lighting on it. That's another one of my vices right there. I got to get a couple of these. Pardon me, I'm sorry about this, but mouth's getting dry and I got to do something. So they hired 1,200 of us. And I ended up in KK on a cell. Well, yeah. I guess I should have. Okay. There's a little bit of reading about the L.R. Nelson building. Cause when I started, they were still out in Princeville. And I'm not going to show you any more of that because there's copyright. But you could probably, if you type in that headline at the top, you'll probably find it. By the time I left 8 years later, they had built an all new building up all the way in Peoria. And if you go there and look at it, it's a big building. I think it's nearly 1 million square feet. And I urge you to go look for this because the pictures on the inside. I still remember the owner of the company was Mr. Ransburg. Mr. Ransburg was a businessman in the area. And while he was still a businessman, he bought L.R. Nelson. And over 8 years, he became mayor of Peoria. And he built it up into the conglomerate you see pictured there today. And he knew me. We were on a first name basis because I've been there 8 years. Well, I did. I was going to night school. I mean, I'd drive by when they were building this place. I'd drive by every night and I'd sneak in just to see how it was going. And usually there's nobody in there. And I come driving up there one night and all the doors are open and all these big overhead lights are on. And, well, I got to check that out. So I went in there and Mr. Ransburg and all his lieutenants, his basic senior staff were in there. Oh, God. But he knew me, so he said, "That's all right. I mean, it's fine. What's up, John? What do you think of this place? You think it's big enough?" And I guess one of his second lieutenants had basically decided how big they needed to be. Because they were going to replace all their warehouse space that were leasing over in Pioneer Park with this building. It was basically half manufacturing and the rest of it was storage. And the ceilings are tall. Big building. Big, tall building. And I looked him in the eye and it kind of held the gaze for a second. And I looked over at the lieutenant, who I knew was the one that picked the building. I said, "Sir, in my humble opinion, this building is too small." And his eyes got real wide. And he turned to his lieutenant. Lieutenant's eyes got real wide. And then Ransburg turned back and he said, "Well, we plan to add on. We can add on the west side." I said, "I know that, sir, but you should have gone ahead and finished it. In fact, I would start making plans right now to start the expansion because you're going to need it. You watch." Okay. And then we had to move. We had to take all the lines and all the stuff out of the building up north in Princeville and move it all down into this building. And they were predicting 2 weeks. And I reviewed I got consulted on and reviewed the plans. I said, I think we can do this in a week, maybe 4 days. If the guys moving the machines are good, us guys running the forklifts, running receiving, which is where I was. I was second in line in receiving at the time. And when we talk about L.R. Nelson's, I'll get into that whole story. But I said, "Sir, if you can get it done in 4 or 5 days, we can move all the parts, all the racks, everything. We'll get it done. You got three backup bays. You got your whole fleet of semi-trucks and trailers. We'll get her done." Okay, well, I don't believe you, but we'll see. Well, guess what? The guess was a week, and we did it in 4 days. It finished on the 5th, but anyway. So, yeah, I got well known by Ransburg